Hey y'all, and welcome to a new episode of Dave Talks. Today, we're going to be talking about the Paranormal Activity films, namely 1 to 4. Just a disclaimer, I have not seen the new one yet. It's being boycotted in my town, so I won't be able to see it until it comes on demand or something, and even still, I don't know if I want to see it. I read reviews. Jeremy Johns said it was dog shit. Okay, so Paranormal Activity. A lot of people seem to dislike this horror movie franchise. So, where do I fall into the mix? I like it, okay? I should say I like it for the most part. Paranormal Activity 1 came out in 2009, I think, at least in theaters. I was one of the people that demanded to see it in their theater. I remember being hyped for it. I was back at college, all that good stuff. So, I was excited for it when it finally got announced that it was hitting my theater and it was hitting theaters everywhere. I was excited. I went to go see it, and I liked it. The premise was simple. Just, this family is being haunted by a demon or a ghost. It's not really revealed until later that it's actually a demon, but they're being haunted, and it's very simplistic. I like that. It's just a camera that records them while they sleep, which is kind of weird now that I'm discussing it. And also the boyfriend has a camera and he follows everyone around and records everything. A very simple idea, but I think it worked. It had some good scares. And then the movie was a huge success, and like any big success at the box office, it made a sequel. Now the sequel was odd because I wasn't expecting a sequel at all. I thought this was very strange, but shit, they made 11, 12 Friday the 13th movies, counting Freddy vs. Jason and the reboot. They could do a sequel of Paranormal Activity. I wasn't expecting them to continue the story, though. That's one thing that surprised me. I was expecting, a new supernatural entity. Not exactly canon with the first film, maybe just tackling Bloody Mary or some other urban myth or something like that. Or even doing a ghost with a different family or something. But no, they continued the same story. So, this is when a lot of people started to jump off the paranormal bandwagon. It didn't get great reviews. A lot of people said that it was shit. On the other hand, I think that it's actually a really great sequel. I like the premise. I like how it was a prequel at first, and then at the end of the movie, it's a sequel. It happens what happened, it shows what happened after the first movie, which I liked, because you're kind of left with, what happened. So, it's a prequel and a sequel. And yeah, it was basically the sister of the person in the first movie is being haunted by the same ghost. And yeah, that's basically it. It's another very simple haunting film. It's very simple. Again, you have the cameras, they're all over the house, they record everything, so very simple premise, very simple story. I like it. And hence, I'm not really going too much into the story because I don't really want spoilers in here, because I know some people that haven't seen it, so I don't want to be spoiling stuff, but pretty much what I'm saying is the main gist of the films. Okay, then Paranormal Activity 3 came out, and since I liked 1 and 2, I was actually excited for this one. I was like, okay, they're continuing the story, it seems like it could be pretty good. Then it was another prequel, set in the 80s, I think, with a really good fucking camera that gets HD footage, which, yeah, whatever. And this is when the series started going downhill for me. I swear, the ending... Okay, I'm going to spoil the ending, so if you want to, hear the ending, pause or stop the video. The ending was basically... And I haven't seen the film in quite some time, so my memory might be a little rusty, but this cult of witches are responsible for bringing this demon into the families, into, the demon... I'm trying to word this right. They're responsible for bringing the demon into the first and second movie. It's the prequel, so it shows how it all happened. And the cult is a cult of a bunch of evil old people. And I remember me and Silly Sasano were in the car, and I could not stop screaming, stupid fucking killer old people. That's all I was screaming. It was a stupid twist. A really stupid twist. And I was pissed. It wasn't scary. It had really bad jump scares. Even though the other ones did, I felt this one was a lot worse. The characters weren't likable. I thought the kids were not that great actors. Like, you can't blame them because I mean they're just kids, but I mean they did all right, but nothing great. But the parents in the film, I didn't like them at all. I thought they were douchebags, and just all around, it didn't have soul. It didn't have the charm that the other ones had. The other ones did have charm. This one, it just started feeling gimmicky. It's like, oh, they're recording everything again. I mean, I know that's like the premise of all these films, but it started wearing thin, this gimmick. So after part 3, I was really put off by the series. I'm like, eh. I'll go see part 4 that's coming out. It's because I've seen the other ones. I saw part 4, and I actually liked it. I thought it was okay. Definitely better than part 3. Not as good as 1 and 2, but I think it had some good scares. And honestly, I like the characters. Like, I like the mom, I like the dad, the daughter's cool. The stuff with the kids I thought was kind of interesting. So, yeah, that was good. Again, they're recording everything, and again, it's starting to wear thin, but it did have a few good scares. Like, my favorite scare in the movie is when she's walking, and then, like, inches away from her, the fucking chandelier, like, falls right in front of her. Kind of a missed opportunity for the fucking demon. I mean, if he waited, like, a fraction of a second later, it would have killed her. I think that's what he was trying to do, so, oops. But still, it was good. It was, I actually liked the film. And yeah, then Paranormal Activity, what's it called? Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension came out this year. And yeah, I haven't seen it, so I will see it soon. And yeah, that's all the Paranormal Activity films. No. There's one more. And I'm not talking about this one now. It's going to be my next review after Last of Us on Halloween. It's going to be the review between Last of Us and Fallout 4, so that's going to be that. And I'm, of course, talking about Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. I should say Paranormal Activity Back to the Future. Anyone that's seen the movie knows what I'm talking about. So, I'm going to hold that on hiatus. You probably can guess how I feel about it just by me talking about it right now. But, yeah. Sucked. Anywho, that's my thoughts on the Paranormal Activity films, and yeah. I say give them a chance, especially 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are really, really great movies, I think. I think they're very underrated, because it's really, it's popular to jump on the bandwagon, the whole Paranormal Activity sucks bandwagon. Those first 2 movies, I mean, yeah, in all of them, it does take a while for things to happen. There's a lot of, like, night 1, nothing happens on night 1. Night 2, nothing happens on night 2. Just go with it. I mean, at least those nights build atmosphere. I mean, at least I felt, so I was fine with it. I don't want immediate, like, stuff fucking, like, flying around off night 1. Like, that's just fucking going crazy, so I like the slow build-up, so I would say give them a chance. They really are good if you're approaching it with an open mind, but so yeah, guys, I am going to go back and continue editing my Last of Us review. It's almost done. Definitely have it out by Halloween, probably midnight on Halloween, actually. So yeah, alright guys, and that's it for this episode of Dave Talks. Have yourselves a kind and nice and fluff day. Yay.